All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This is the Filthy Casual and Hardcore show. At the moment, it's just me. Through utter madness, I'm still up, but I'm so glad I stayed up. What the fuck was that ending? I mean, I thought the entire card was pretty good. The fight itself was pretty good, but what the fuck was that ending? What was that ending? What happened? So, in case you don't know and you're watching this for the first time before you've had a chance to watch the fight, Khabib Nurmagomedov submitted Conor McGregor in the fourth round. In a fight that I thought he was winning. I thought he took the first two rounds. He took the first round 10-9. Probably took the second round 10-8. Arguably, maybe Conor McGregor took the third round. And in the fourth round, Khabib got Conor's back. And they said it was a rear naked choke. It wasn't really. I kind of agree with Joe Rogan. It was more like a neck crank. Because the bit that you would need for the rear naked choke wasn't underneath the chin. So you just basically squeezed the shit out of his chin. And Conor tapped out. And then that weren't where the fucking fight finished. The shit just exploded into life after that. I'm trying to think how to describe it. Basically, what essentially happened was, initially it took Khabib a while to let go of Conor. Then he eventually let go of Conor, ran to the opposite side of the cage, which is not too unusual. Normally when people win fights, they jump on the cage and start going mad. He looked like he was pointing and gesturing at someone. Don't know what this somebody said. People saying it's Conor's training partner, Dylan Denius. I can't pronounce his second name. My man lost his fucking mind. He jumped over the fucking cage, ran towards wherever this Dylan motherfucker was, started scrapping with him. Meanwhile, Khabib's team, completely off fucking camera, goes and attacks Conor. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, they proper, like, sucker punched him and shit. Why? What happened? Because any moral victory you got from submitting this guy, you lost in that moment. Of course you did. That to me is madness. That is madness. You won. Like, you won. You literally won. You won literally and figuratively. You made the man tap out. I mean, if you wanted to say, oh, well, he humiliated me through the shit he was saying about my family and my religion and this, that, the other, you made the man tap out. It doesn't get more humiliating than that in a fucking MMA fight. You won, take the W and bounce. But now, people aren't remembering the fact that you tapped out Conor. People are remembering what the fuck you did afterwards. And that to me is it's a shame. It's such a shame. Because to be honest with you, he performed really fucking well. If we're gonna break down the fight, let's break down the fight. Initially, Conor was defending a lot of the takedowns. The fight kind of played out how I thought it would play out, to be honest. The only thing that surprised me, if I'm being honest, is that Khabib's right hand was landing all night. All night it was landing. All night. It was landing all night. It just kept finding its target. Every time he stepped in with it, it hit. But then, to be fair to Conor played an interesting game in the sense that I think he was expecting Khabib to gas out after the first two rounds, and Khabib definitely slowed down in the third round. In the third round. And then after the third round, and as the third round played out, I could see Ola's joined me, but as the third round played out, then Conor started landing his left hand. And then that started working. And then in the fourth round, Khabib just thought, fuck this, stepped on the gas, got on Conor's back, and it was a wrap from that. What did you think about what Khabib just did? Forget the fight for a second. Let me get your take on what Khabib just did.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I think that's been all the tension that's been building up throughout the whole press conference. I think it's got a lot to do with that. A lot to do with Conor attacking Khabib's family throughout the whole press conference, and Khabib not being able to eloquently speak back and attack Conor back in the same fashion that Conor could have attacked him in, with the English language. And we could see that, all that calm, because when you bottle up a lot of shit in an instant, everything could just explode just like that. And I think that's what we saw with Khabib tonight. After I won the fight, jumping over the cage, got emotional, jumped into Conor's corner. And therefore, that's so unlike Khabib. Khabib's had 26 fights, 26-0. He's never done anything like that. So
but that's even though his first rodeo, it's not like it's his first rodeo.
But the thing is, even all the while we were saying, oh, Conor ain't got to him. Khabib has been calm the whole time. Conor ain't got to him. Maybe Conor did get to him.
Yeah.
He just bottled it, and this is the result of it. Because Conor makes people get out of character. Let's not forget that. Yeah. Conor is the expert, is the master at making people get out of character. And that's exactly what he done with Khabib tonight.
Oh, so it's a damn shame, because I'll be honest, and I know this might disappoint a lot of people who do follow this channel and are MMA fans. I was kind of supporting Khabib prior to this fight. I was, because I could feel his frustration. And I just thought to myself, you know what, Connie, even Lee Gunner, he's our boy. He's a big fan friend of the show. Even he said it. And I'll be honest, I had a very similar attitude where Conor was so cocky that I thought, you know what, I'd love Khabib just to gut check him. And I think that was what I was saying just before you came, that my disappointment was he had won literally and figuratively. He tapped him out.
Basically, he said what he was going to... I said it on the show so many times that he was going to beat Conor up so bad that eventually Conor was going to surrender and present his neck to Khabib. How many times did I say that? I said that over the course of the build-up and that. And that's exactly what happened. Khabib delivered on everything he promised us going into the fight. How he was going to talk to Conor, how he was going to break him down, how he didn't want the fight to finish in the first round, second round. He dropped Conor. Nobody's dropped Conor like that. And I've been saying nobody's got the basis to even say Khabib has got a glass jaw, because nobody's ever seen Khabib knocked out before. Nobody, this guy ain't even lost a round before. He didn't even lose a round in this fight. So he did everything that he delivered. He delivered on everything he promised us. But what we all didn't see coming was what he did right there in after the fight finished. And I think that ruined that for a lot of UFC fans. I think that ruined that for...
It's a shame, because it was under the global eye. I know people who don't even know what the fuck MMA is. Asking me questions about this fight.
I mean, Khabib could be suspended for this.
Yeah, they could strip him.
They could strip him, but right now, Conor's. I mean, Dana's saying to him, "Listen, I don't want to present you this belt in front of the crowd,
and
because they know a lot of the people in the crowd, they're all Irish people. So he don't want to do that in front of them. So that's going to ruin the marketing. And on top of that, they're going to figure out how they're going to deal with the punishment and the repercussions of what took place tonight. So I mean,
if you want to be real about it, is this any less than what Conor did with the dolly? Let's be real here.
Look, this is what people. I mean, people need to go all the way back to the start of all of this and see why and how much Khabib has bottled up throughout this whole time. Through this whole time, Khabib is bottled up a lot. And it's just an eruption. I mean, we're all humans after all. And I don't want to make any excuses for Khabib because I've backed Khabib the entire time.
Yeah.
I've won money tonight on Khabib. Khabib has made my pocket swollen a little bit tonight. I'm super chuffed about it because the guys that we was in the bet together didn't really want to deliver on the bet until they heard Bruce Buffer release the official, because they were saying, "Oh, hey, this might be disqualification." I'm like, "Nigga, pay up, pay me." You know what I mean? Pay up. And they waited until Bruce Buffer said the official announcement, and then the money came flying out. So I'm ecstatic about that. But on the wider picture and the bigger picture, I think Dana, if we know what Dana's like, is going to do a lot to support Conor in this situation, and that might cost Khabib. It might cost Khabib very, very dearly.
You know what I honestly think may happen? That they strip Khabib, suspend him, and therefore strip him, whatever. And then they set up a fight between Conor and Tony Ferguson.
That wouldn't be... Conor is not even interested in fighting Tony.
I know, but he's interested in being the king again.
Yeah, he is. But there's a lot of super fights for him to do that. They will make that fight vacant, and they're going to put a super fight in there. And let's not forget, right now, Tony is number 2. Conor is number 1 contender. And Khabib is the champion. So it's going to take a minute before Ferguson jumps over the queue to do that. And who knows? We might even get a rematch. We might even get a quick rematch because Conor didn't really get hurt. Conor didn't really get hurt. And look how quick the rematch between Nate and Conor came. It came within 3-4 months.
It's true. I didn't even think about it like that. That's how mad Khabib's decision is, because of all of this, and a cynical person might say, maybe this whole thing is a work. Because you can legitimately market a second match out of it.
Of course. This is
the Dolly situation.
Exactly that.
Use this situation as the marketing tool, that this bad blood is real. It's this, it's that, it's the other. Who the fuck ain't going to buy into that after that? Who isn't going to buy into that? I'm a wrestling fan, so I know about things like work shit, and I've been a cynical boxing fan for years. So I know about things like pantomime stories.
Hey, Chig, this is a producer's wet dream. What just happened there? This is they're knocking one off. They are knocking one off to what just happened there in that fucking ring. Khabib's corner.
It don't make sense otherwise.
Khabib's corner jumping Conor. Conor's corner jumping Khabib when Khabib jumped into the crowd. The crowd throwing shit on Khabib when Khabib was walking out. There's so much layers and facets that we could break down. You can't break it all down.
If you think about it, if you really think about it, do you remember when the fight started? There was about 80 fucking million UFC security. Where the fuck did these motherfuckers disappear to at the end of the fight? Where did they disappear to?
They definitely didn't earn that money tonight. They didn't earn that money tonight.
Why didn't they stop Conor getting sucker punched? So that's what makes you think, maybe this is a way of trying to, if you really think about it, maybe this was the backup plan in case Conor got lost. And then you build up a second fight by doing this.
Look, as ugly as it looks, it makes for good, great marketing. And I can't begin to tell you the type of stuff that's going to come out of this fucking madness that happened tonight. They're going to find a way to turn it into a positive. You get lemon, you got to make lemonade out of it. And in my eyes, look, we have to give credit to both fighters, making it in there, making weight because we was all worried, you especially. I was trying to keep you calm the whole time. Like,
you were always fairly confident.
You know, I was fairly confident, but you know, a lot of people were worried about this fight not happening for various reasons, and we got there in the end. And I think, you know, the fight fans, the real fight fans, got what basically was advertised.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense. So anyway, for me, just to talk quickly about the fight. So I think the fight was good. It kind of played out how I expected it to play out. I felt that Khabib would dominate the early going. That's exactly what happened. I know you felt that Khabib didn't lose any rounds. I think you could make a strong argument that Khabib lost the third round, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it was. I would say Khabib was a little bit gassed from putting a lot of pressure on Conor in the first two rounds, and that took a lot out of Khabib. He got tagged a few times, and I thought, you know, that might have been a 10-9 to Conor. But there's one thing for sure. Khabib already said he was never going to, you know, win this fight like in an early fashion. He wanted to take it into the late rounds.
He wanted to take it to rounds. He wanted to
He just needed the excuse to beat Conor up and talk to him. He spoke to him in there, but I don't really want to big up Khabib too much in this video because I've done a lot of that in the preview. But I want to, you know, praise Conor because Conor came out in. He's been out of fucking fight game for 2 years. Yeah. For 2 years, and he just went 4 rounds with a monster like Khabib. Khabib has been active the whole time. I've said it the whole time. Khabib has been very, very active. And, you know, you got to give props to Conor. And I think if a second fight came along, Conor would have mastered and learned a lot of stuff from this fight. And I wouldn't bet against Conor to win the next.
Let me ask you this. The Conor that beat Alvarez, does the Conor that beat Alvarez beat Khabib?
It's difficult because I just don't think he gets the chance to throw them punches as we saw tonight. Yeah. And even if he throws them, people underestimate how strong Khabib's jaw is. People underestimate. He said he's gonna break his little glass jaw rat. That's what Conor said. Let's not forget that. Yeah. Now we all know that glass jaw rat is granite jaw. Granite. It's not glass jaw. We all know that now. And Khabib proved that over 27 fights. So Conor has to now find a new way to get around Khabib. It's not going to be through striking, I'm afraid. If Conor wants to beat Khabib, it's not going to be through striking. He has to find a new way. And a new way to learn in the world of MMA takes a long fucking time.
Yeah, agreed. I'm not going to spend too long because, quite frankly, I want to go to bed, get a couple of hours.
I got to go work.
And you got to go work, I know. I'm trying to get some sleep before the Arsenal game, bro. So let me quickly roll through the Ferguson and Lewis fight.
That was for me. That was the fight of the night.
What? Which one? The Ferguson fight?
Ferguson Petty's fight.
I mean, what?
That was and
what a round that was.
Special mention for the Black Beasts, Derek Lewis, because I didn't see that coming. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't see that happening.
I was watching it, right? And I was so close to voice noting you. I was watching it, and I said to myself, it's last round, and he looks gassed. He looked gassed from pretty much the second round onwards, really, right? But I said to myself, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he knocks him out now.
That's the world of heavyweight for you, man.
But no, it's the world of fucking Derek Lewis, bro. I love Derek so much. I love him so much. Because seconds, he is at his most dangerous when you think he can knock him out. He's at his most dangerous when you think he's done, he's finished. I'm just gonna wrap this up.
I thought Volkos got overzealous, and it was a wrap for him in the end. So,
Yeah.
you know,
And what a punch to set it up.
it could have walked around that fucking octagon through the last round and it
Yeah.
still have won that fight.
Yeah, just jab him out of the damn.
But he got too eager, and you know you can't do that with Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for Derek Lewis, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
This is because of the fight he had with Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
And you know, he got dubbed a boring fight. He got dubbed, you know. And Derek Lewis didn't want no part of it. It was all down to Francis Ngannou to come, you know. So I'm so happy for him that he's come up and he's giving us a very, very exciting fight tonight. And yeah, long may it continue for him. I hope he gets his back sorted out though. That's definitely, and his post-match interview. I mean, his post-fight interviews. This guy's great. He's post-fight interviews are the best. He's off the hook. Off the hook. Some of it you can't even say live on camera because you might get thrown off for YouTube. You know? But Derek Lewis, man,
when he took his shorts off, I was wondering the same thing. What is he taking?
I was talking about my balls got too hot. Like Jesus, who says those type of stuff? I mean, shout out to the Black Beast, man. Shout out to the Black Beast.
I love it.
I love that brother, man.
I'm totally unashamed when I say that. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, man. He's
Ferguson Pettis, man.
Yeah, fight of the night for me, and I think they definitely should get fight of the night performance. So you know, we'll wait and see what happens after the press conference tomorrow. I mean, it's going to be crazy what happens in the press conference, and that should go towards our review for the whole card. When we go around to the whole card, you know. You still there?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I could see them suspending him or fining him, but I'm hoping that he doesn't completely. I hope he doesn't lose the belt, but we'll see what happens, guys. I'm really sorry about the technical problems. My internet just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to lock you off now. So sorry about that. Hopefully you liked the review that we've done. We do comment on UFC fights. So if we do have any listeners, we're starting to branch out. So we're not just doing Arsenal football related stuff. We're doing a lot of UFC and boxing and stuff. So do hit that subscribe button. We do have a section for that as well. Ola, who's probably diving off wondering where the fuck I am, is my co-host for that show. It's the Filthy Casual and Hardcore show. So do check us out. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop kick the shit out of that like button. I appreciate it every time you guys do that. And yeah, I'll be back soon. I'll be back a bit later on to do a review for the Arsenal game. But for you UFC fighters, we will be doing a preview for the 2:30 card and also doing a review for that card soon. So do keep it locked. And I'm out of here, people. And I will comment in future if there is any future updates or news on Khabib's situation. All right, people, let's take care. Deuces.